Asanzuri. I'm Maeve De Voe, and I did an interview with Prospect Radio 1 in London. I have talked so much about Prospect Radio 1 in London. I've emailed them so much. I have thanked them so much. I was on the top 20 charts for 49 days straight, and I peaked at number 2 in the charts. It's just, I've had such an amazing time with Prospect Radio 1 in London. If you'd like to know more in detail about what I've done with Prospect Radio, go check out my thank you video. I talk way more in detail there. So let's check out the website and the interview. I have not seen this yet. I'm looking at the thing, by the way. I have not seen the interview yet on the website. This is the website. This is where you can vote for me. This is where you can listen to my music. You can press this little play button and it'll play the actual station. Here is where you can vote for me so that way I can be in the top 20 charts. All you do is you press begin and then you type the song. So you would type Zhoosh It Up, or the other song I have on there, which is What You Waiting For, which is my cover of Gwen Stefani's song. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Check it out! My logo looks so good. Everything looks so good. Our first Q&A with USA pop sensation Maeve De Voe, whose music has been embraced by our listeners over the past few weeks. What is your style of music? My music is electropop with occasional musical theater opera vocals. Think of Zhoosh It Up. I want my music to sound like huge Super Bowl anthems with massive synths and a musical theater Broadway style largeness to it. Now, this is the best explanation I can give. I love early 2000s, like electropop, think of like Black Eyed Peas, all that kind of music. But I love musical theater. So I want to add that whole like show element to it. I want to add the vocals that are just crazy, that make you just like the entire time. I want to have the stages be just mind-blowing. I want it to feel like it's Broadway, but it's a pop show mixed in with other genres of songs because the covers I'm thinking of doing. But the stage itself, the performance itself will be really over the top. And I make my music actually with a Super Bowl crowd in mind. That's how I make my songs sound so huge, because I envision like, okay, think of the biggest stadium you can and then make a song for that. Like, try to make it as huge as possible. And that's what happened with Zhoosh. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I can't believe this is happening. Okay. I'm a multi-genre, multi-talented performer. I am a full-time princess pop star, and I always wear a tiara. I know you can't see my outfit, but I'm wearing my new merch. I produce, write, and mix my own music. I am a one-girl show. I edit and create everything on my social media. I am 20 years old and started college as the youngest on campus at age 15 to train my voice classically. College was so much fun. Shout out to everyone that was in my choir class, my class voice classes, I miss everyone so much. I can sing in 10 languages y hablo español también. I strive to build a worldwide legacy career, and my biggest goal in life is to make the world smile with my music. Where are you based? I was born and still live in Houston, Texas, USA. How long have you been making music? 7 years doing music production. Wow, it really does not feel like 7 years. It feels like I just started. Started producing in 2015 and then was accepted to Frost School of Music, University of Miami, summer training on producing and music in 2016. I want to go back so bad. I miss Miami so much. Miami is like my second home, really. I enjoyed so deeply the energy on campus. The energy that was on campus. Imagine going to Miami and then walking on a college campus with palm trees and everyone wearing like warm summer clothes. It's just, oh. What inspired you to pursue your career in music? When growing up, I was surrounded by pop star influences in early 2000s media and radio. If you were around for early 2000s, like 2006, 7, 8, 9, it was pop overload. It was just, even on Disney and young kid shows, pop stars. It was everywhere. So of course I'm like this. Of course I'm like, oh wait, that's my calling. I've always sang my heart out ever since I was little, and I've always had the belief that I was put on this earth to perform for the masses. Really, ever since I was very, very, very small, I would just sing and perform. I would dance and act. I adored everything that I do now. I've always loved. So I'm living my dream job right now. This is like, I can't even process half of this right now. I'm zoned out. What are your biggest musical influences? Lady Gaga, Freddie Mercury, which Freddie Mercury literally, I do not have braces because of him. I have a really bad overbite just like he had, and just seeing him have so much confidence and so much like just not caring. It made me not care anymore about my teeth. I used to be really obsessive over my teeth and how I had like, bunny teeth. I was bucky, all that. But he really helped me gain confidence to be who I am today and to help inspire others. LaRue. Gwen Stefani, Black Eyed Peas, big one. Jamiroquai, Michael Jackson, Florence and the Machine, Katy Perry, Rick James, K-pop, early 2000s pop, 70s disco. Are you signed to a label or are you an independent artist? I am independent. What have been the biggest challenges in your music career? Okay, I don't really like talking about serious things, so this is a little bit more on the serious side. My biggest challenge has been relaxation. I work 8 to 10, yesterday legitimately 12 hours on my career every day. I create everything you can think of and I continue to. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing, but I need to learn to take time off both mentally and physically so that I can be my best for everyone. Like I said, I don't really like talking about challenges, struggles of, the career, but I do work myself like a robot. I really seriously do. I have created everything you can think of. Ideas, products, everything. I have planned ahead about 20 years, and I continue to. And there's nothing wrong with planning ahead. There's nothing wrong with working really, really hard on your career, but you can't get to a point to where you can't rest anymore, or you can't have a place that you can just relax. You can't just sit down and drink iced tea and enjoy life. You can't get to that point. But so that's my biggest challenge, is not working every single minute that I breathe. Me working as hard as I have done so many things, and I'm so far ahead to where I really can just like go on a 4-week vacation in Miami and just relax and do nothing because I've worked so hard every single day. So once again, it's not a bad thing to work as hard as I do, but relax. How many songs or albums have you released to date? I have released 5 pop singles and 1 self-composed piano album so far. Much more. I cannot emphasize that enough. A lot more is coming soon. Can you tell us a few things about your latest release? Yes, I can. My latest song, Zhoosh It Up, is a song about turning your life around. It's about gaining confidence to do what you want, working hard to make your biggest dreams happen, and to make your surroundings reflect who you are as a person. For me, that means having diamond decor and changing my wardrobe to be extravagant princess clothes. Life is fun when you zhoosh it up, so be someone. Become who you want to be, who you really are inside, and live life to the fullest. I stand by every single one of those words that I said. Zhoosh It Up should be the most encouraging and confident song to listen to before you do something really big, or before you go to school, before you go to a job. I want to inspire people, and I want to give them that little punch of confidence, like they just drank an energy drink. I really want to do that. I want my song to be like that best friend that's really hyping you up before you go out to party or something, and they're like, do your thing, you are slaying, don't you dare worry about anything anyone says, that kind of stuff. Live your life to the fullest, all that. The link to my latest song, Zhoosh It Up, is on the website, and how to contact me. My email, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my website. Shout out to all of the listeners at Prospect Radio 1 in London. All of you have voted for me. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to vote for me in the voting section right here. Thank you. You typed in my song name. Like, what? Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Like, to see it gradually week by week go up higher and higher and higher, it's just like mind-blowing. Makes me so happy. I know I've said this a million times. Thank you so much, Prospect Radio. It means so much to me, and thank you to all the listeners. And that was my interview. Oh my gosh. Wow. The first sentence alone, our first Q&A with USA pop sensation Maeve De Voe, whose music has been embraced by our listeners over the past few weeks. What? That just makes me the happiest in the world. I have felt so much love recently from everyone, and I can't even say thank you enough. But thank you so much for watching this. If you're Prospect Radio, I love you. Here I am in Texas. Meanwhile, over in London, everyone is so sweet. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I have a website that I've custom designed and made, which is linked below with all of the links you can possibly think of and all of my music. All of my social media is also linked below, and I'm the most active on Instagram and TikTok. I do post on Twitter, so do follow me on there, but it's more like random thoughts, meditation thoughts, talking about how I'm overwhelmed by how much I love human beings, all that kind of stuff. Go check out all of my other YouTube videos because I work super hard on them. I have a new setup. It's so cool. It's rainbow. Look how pretty it is. It's so nice. You can't even see the table behind me. I have all of my figurines and stuff on there. I do have tons of buttons. So for the news on music, as in upcoming music, I might have something in November, September maybe? I don't know. But anyways, I hope you have an amazing day, night, wherever you are in the world. Asanzuri.